New year, new me. The same old thing that you hear everybody say every single time the new year is about to begin. New year, new me. What does that mean? What does it mean, new year, new me? Why is it that you have to wait a whole 365 days for you to change one thing in your life? You know what I'm saying? You wait 364 days to change one thing in your life. Now, you see, the way I see New Year's, I just see it as a regular day. I don't see it as anything crazy. I don't understand the celebration of it, to be honest, because I celebrate life every single day. I'm grateful every single day. I don't have to wait a specific day for me to be grateful about things, for me to change things in my life. Why the hell would I wait a whole year to change a couple things I do in my life when I could just change it the next day, or I could change it starting today? That's the thing I don't like about that whole New Year's aspect, is that New Year's, I guess, is a symbolism of change. I don't see any change really, besides the fact that people say they're gonna do something and then the next day they do it for 5 days, a week or two, and just stop. See, that's why I don't like that symbolism around New Year's, because I don't like the word New Year, new me, when in reality it's New Year, same you. Now, this is the most overrated saying. One of the most overrated sayings. You say New Year, new me. Okay, for example, I'm gonna go to the gym. Starting 2023, I'm gonna start going to the gym every single day. You go out for 2 weeks. I think I say that one because I think that's the most popular one. I think that's the one that most people say the most, is that starting New Year, I'm gonna start going to the gym, exercising. I feel like that's why people say the gyms are packed after New Year's. Give it 2 weeks. That's the gym will go back to its normal size. People don't stick to their word. People are consumed by media and consumed by distraction. This is why I'm trying to tell you. This is the concept of the video. New Year, same you. Stop relying on a whole 365 days for you to change your life. Stop relying on a whole 365 days for you to change one or two things that you do in your life. What are you doing? You're just stalling. You're being lazy at this point. It all starts with the mind, right? It starts with the mind, and it starts with the words that you say. Without words, you're not doing anything, because your own words are your own motivation. And without words, you're speechless in a sense. You have no motivation. You motivate yourself. Yeah, you may see these things, these videos, motivation videos, or these speeches and shit, but in reality, it all comes down to yourself. You motivate yourself. You're the one that saw this, and you decided to take action. You motivate yourself. You have this desire to change your life, and some don't. Some people are comfortable living how they live, and there is nothing wrong with that. But I feel like a lot of people that watch this video have a desire to change their lives. That's how I see. I have a desire to change my life. I do. And the hardest part about that is the discipline aspect. New Year, same you. I'm gonna keep bringing it back to that subject, to that saying, because that's what I believe, is that the new year holds no representation into changing your life and changing your being, your mind, your thinking. You're responsible for any education that you give yourself. You're responsible for any knowledge that you obtain. You're responsible for yourself. Do not rely on a fucking number a year to change your life. Don't rely on this stuff. Why are you relying on external things that serve nothing in order for you to change something internal with yourself? Start with you. It all starts with you. As I said before, it's the new year, same you. Now, this falls for most people. New year, same you falls for the most people. Some people have no desire, like I said, to change their life. There's nothing wrong with that. Do not shame anybody for that. If someone doesn't want to change anything, doesn't, seek any external forces or desires, then leave them be. Because they're maybe you're not happy and zen. Some are not, some are. Some don't know it. But as I was saying earlier, it all starts with the mind, and it all starts with the words that you say to yourself and that you speak aloud, because words hold the most power in anything in this world. Words hold the most power to yourself, to your environment, and to your existence. What you say is a reference of how you feel. What you say is a reference of what the world and the universe is going to manipulate for you. So if you speak nothing of negative, you will have nothing but negative come to your life. If you speak nothing but positive things, you will have nothing but positive things come to your life. But do not be too reliable on these words, because the more words that you say aloud, you might not experience, the same things, because you can't get anything good without a little bad. That's just how the world works. It's the yin and yang philosophy. There's always has to be a balance in this world, especially a balance in your world. You can have everything positive happening to you, but then something negative will happen to you. Now, I'm not manifesting this in your life. I'm not manifesting this in anyone's life. I'm just saying it how it is. I'm saying how the world works. There always has to be a form of negative. Now, either you see this as a negative or you see this as a lesson, You see this as a life lesson, because most things that are negative, how I see it, I see my negatives, like if anything negative happens in my life, I see it as a life lesson, as a chance to change, as a chance to understand either why it happened, what is happening, or, how can I change this and how can I improve this to my understanding. I don't dwell too much on the negative aspects of things, things that people will say negative. I see it as a lesson, because that's what life is. Life is a lesson. You learn from life and you take change in your life and those around you. So before you go out manifesting things or wanting to change things, understand that change starts with self. You can't be saying all these things and not applying anything towards it. You can't just say something and expect it to happen. You have to work towards it. I made reference of this in one of my past videos. I think it was the Power of Manifestation video. But it's truth. You can't expect a new year, new you, when it's still the new year, same you. Start with the mind. Everything in this world starts with the mind. Everything in your world starts with the mind. You are the manipulator of your surroundings. You manipulate your thoughts. You manipulate your feelings. Sometimes consciously and subconsciously. You don't realize you're doing it, but you do realize afterwards, what happened or what you said. It all comes down to how you see it. Yeah. And as always, before the video close out, I almost forgot to put a close out. As always, if the sun has just risen, I hope that you have a good life. I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good experience. And I hope you have a great overall experience, just to amplify it some more. And if the night has just fallen, I hope you have a good night. I hope you have some great dreams. I hope you have some great messages, lessons. As always, spend plenty, peace and love.